Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Happy New Year! I hope you ring it in happily and safely, and good riddance to 2020. Bye, bitch. And here's to hoping 2021 is going to be worlds better. So this is a video a day that I've been dreading, because I didn't want to sit down here, turn on my camera, and lie. I can lie to myself. I do that all the time. But I don't want to lie to you. But no, in all seriousness, I am committed, okay? I'm committed to changing some behaviors from 2020 that we don't want to bring into this new year of 2021. And my makeup purchasing is part of that. So today I wanted to talk to you about the makeup and beauty items that I will not be buying in 2021. Okay, I'm going to try not to buy. The operative word here is try. Alright, how do you know that I'm serious about something? I got a book. I got my notes, right? So when I come with my notes, you know I'm serious, okay? So I wrote these things down so I don't forget any of them. And I'm making this video so I can hold myself accountable a bit, you know? Okay, so number one. We're going to start with the easy stuff first, all right? And then we're going to make our way down to the hard stuff, all right? Number one, beauty sponges. I know you're thinking beauty sponges, girl, please. But beauty sponges. I'm not going to buy any more beauty sponges. Now, I did try, I think it was 2020. I tried the Colored Rain beauty sponge. I got that in my girl Jackie Taylor's giveaway. Yay! Fell in love with that sponge. My favorite sponge. So I have that one, that's the one that I've been using, that's almost on its last legs, but I have a backup because I wanted two of them. So I have that one that I'm using, and I have a backup. And then I have the AOA sponge that I purchased. I thought I had only bought one, but I think I did go back and purchase more when I figured out that I really like this sponge. So I have some of these. Actually, I have 3 of these, okay? I have some Sonia Cash-Up sponges, which I love. This is a 2-pack. They've been sitting on deck waiting to get in the game for God knows how long. I have these. Love these too. And then also from Shop Miss A, I had bought these like mochi sponges. I think I had bought I feel like I bought 4 or 5 of them because I just knew I was going to love them. I don't, but I have these. I have 2 beauty blenders from a beauty blender holiday set that I got years ago at this point. Still have 2 of those. And then I recently picked up a 6-pack of the Paw Paw sponges, also from Shop Miss A, because I knew I was not going to be buying sponges in 2021. So I said, let me go ahead and try these because so many people love them. And I am using one. I used one today and I see why people like them. So as you can see, I have enough sponges that should last me for the whole of 2021. So I will not be purchasing any more beauty sponges. Now, disclaimer here, knowing that I was going to be changing my ways, or some of them, in the new year, I did go and buy some stuff because I'm like, I'm going to buy it because in 2021, I'm not going to be buying it, okay? So just so you know. Also, some of these categories are going to have some caveats and some exceptions, okay? But I'll tell you about those as we move along, all right? So no beauty sponges in 2021. The next thing I am not going to be purchasing in 2021 are brushes. Now, you saw me I did a declutter of brushes on my channel, on camera. I decluttered brushes off camera, and I showed you my favorite eyeshadow brushes, face and eyeshadow. I showed you my favorite brushes, face and eyeshadow. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is what I decluttered in 2020. Okay? Hello. And guess what? I still have more brushes than I need. Face and eyeshadow. So, your girl, I bought, and in 2020, I bought some Chikuhodo brushes. I bought a Kumano brush. I bought some Refer brushes. I got some more Sonia G brushes. So, I just picked up another BH Cosmetics face brush, but you know, that was to get free shipping. Anyway, so your girl got plenty of brushes. I don't need no more brushes. So, no more brushes. Next, eyeliners. Colorful eyeliners. I did purchase quite a few colorful eyeliners in 2020, and I felt like I needed them, right? So I want to round out my collection. I still don't feel like I have every color that I want for an eyeliner, but I mean, I have plenty. Like, I have plenty of liners, and you know, some of these are shadows, jumbo shadows that you can use as liners and in your waterline. And then I bought a couple of the gel pot liners from Inglot. Where is my other one? Anywho, so I have plenty of liners, and I feel like, oh, I've got some ColourPop gel pop liners as well. So I feel like I have a good number of liners, and I have pretty much every color that I want. Maybe in terms of the pot liner, there's still like an army green or like a khaki green or dirty green I don't have yet, but I think I'm good for liners. So in 2021, I'm not planning to purchase any more liners. Okay, so that was the easy stuff. We got started, we got the juices flowing with the easy stuff, got the confidence up. Now we're going to get into the more difficult items, okay? So another item that I'm planning not to purchase in 2021 is foundation. Now, if you saw my foundation collection declutter video, you know why I don't need no more damn foundations. I got more foundations than my one face can wear. And especially now during Rona, I have not been, the only time I wear foundation is to film YouTube videos, and I don't do enough, I don't film those as much as I should. So I'm not wearing a full face of foundation very often. In 2020, I tried 3 foundations. The Double Wear foundation, which you know became my favorite foundation of 2020. If you did not see my favorite makeup products of 2020, I will link it up here so you can check it out at your leisure. And I also tried the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, which I'm wearing today. Really like that one. And then I also picked up one from Becca, the Skin Love or some kind of love foundation. Turns out I really like that one too. So I don't think, plus all the other foundations, okay, if you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about. All the other foundations that I have, I'm good on foundation. So no mas, no more in 2021. Now, foundations, we're going to go into concealers. Now, I have a thing for concealers. I love me a good concealer. Just like foundation, I'm always looking for that new concealer that's going to wipe away my dark circles and obliterate my wrinkles. I haven't found it yet, so that's why I'm always like on the hunt. But if you saw my concealer collection declutter video, you know your girl don't need no more concealers either. So my plan for 2021 is to really use up and go through the mini concealers I already own. And I was already tested. My resolve in this category has already been tested, because in 2021 Rare Beauty came out with a concealer that a lot of people seem to like, and I was really tempted to snag that, but I didn't. I practiced some restraint. Also, the Suede concealer is a concealer that I've been wanting to try for a long time, but yet again, didn't pull the trigger. So already I've been working on some of these areas, and yeah, in 2021, I'm just going to continue to try to keep on keeping in that direction. Now, oh, lashes. Good thing I have my notes. Lashes. If I could, I would pull out this drawer right here and show you all of the lashes that I already own, and you would see why I don't need to buy anymore, especially since I think maybe in the 3 years that I've been trying to apply and wear lashes, I think I've gone out of the house in them 2, maybe 3 times, tops. So I really only buy lashes to practice and to wear here on YouTube. So in anticipation of this video and of this stance that I'm going to be taking towards false lashes in 2021, I did go ahead and make one last ditch purchase on House of Lashes website. They were having their sale, and some of their lashes were, I don't know if they were 50% or 40% off. Anyway, I went on ahead, took that opportunity to repurchase 3 pairs of my favorite lashes of 2020, which was from House of Lashes, and that was in the style Juliet. So I did purchase 3 more pairs of these because they were having make your own bundle, 3 for $27. So I did pick up 3 more of those, waiting for them to come. And then they also had a $25 mystery bag, so you could pick from dramatic lashes or a bag of natural lashes. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you get 5 for $25, which of course I thought was a good deal. So I did pick the natural bag, and I'm waiting to see what those are going to look like when they get here. So 2021, I'm good on lashes. I don't need no more lashes. All right, now let's get to the hard stuff. We've gone through the easy things. We're gonna get through to the hard things, and the hard stuff are the makeup products that I really have a serious problem. I really love them to my core, to my soul. These items are what helped get me through 2020. Okay, real talk. And so this is going to be a little more challenging, and so I'm going to need a little more grace. I'm going to need a little more patience and understanding from you, because some of y'all are in the same boat, right? You decided you did a lot of shopping in 2020 and you want to pare it down in 2021. So y'all know where I'm coming from. You can relate. Okay, I know I have your support. Okay, so let's start off with lipsticks. Lipsticks, lip balms, lip glosses. I love me some lipstick and some lip glosses, and I bought 2019 and 20, bought a lot of glosses and lipsticks. And that's why I don't need to buy anymore. I did do a lipstick collection video as well as a declutter, and so you see how much lipstick I own. And yeah, I really don't need any more. And honestly, you know, I think we all find ourselves doing this. We have colors and tones that we really like and we gravitate towards, and we just end up buying the same colors over and over again. So I have, like, you know, you'll have 10, 15 red lipsticks, but they're all different reds. I know, I get it, but it's red lipstick. And then I probably have like just 25 pinky nude glosses alone. So I really don't need any more lipstick or lip products. It's taken up, I started doing my declutter because it started to take up a lot of space on my bureau in my bedroom, and I didn't want to buy more storage. So I'm keeping with that in 2021, and I'm going to lay off the lipstick purchases. And I was really close, this close, because you know my girl Pat McGrath was having a sale, $12 lip glosses and lipsticks, and I was like, ugh, I could just get 2 more glosses, but I didn't do it. Now, there's a caveat, there's an exception to this category. Okay, and that is, we're talking about Mother Pat McGrath, her Divinals. If you saw my favorites video, you know that her Divinal lipstick formula, Divinal lipsticks, were my favorite of 2020 and probably my favorite makeup product of 2020. So if Miss McGrath comes out with any more Divinals and any more colors, I'm hoping for some like pinky nudes. Maybe some beigey nudes, some brown nudes. I'm all for it. I'm gonna buy those. So I'm just letting you know up front right now, right here. If she comes out with any more Divinals, I'm buying them. But other than that, I ain't buying no more lipsticks or lip products in 2021. Okay, that went pretty well. Now, for the hardest of the hard, for the one makeup product that's really, that's going to be a real struggle for me not to indulge. And if you follow me here, you know, and some of it's your weak point, your weakest point also, and that is eyeshadow. Now, I'm not about to sit here and tell nobody that I'm not buying any eyeshadows or any eyeshadow palettes in 2021. That would be straight crazy. That would be just a lie, okay? We're not doing that. So I already know, and I'm not going to set myself up for failure, right, by saying that. Like, it's not going to happen. It's not something I even want to do. But I do need to cut down on the amount of eyeshadow that I buy. I bought a record number of palettes last year, but I don't even feel bad about it. I don't feel guilty about it. Like, you know, the year that we all had, and makeup, especially eyeshadow and eyeshadow palettes, really, really, really make me happy and brought me some joy in what was a really bad year. So I'm not even feeling guilty about any. I'm not beating myself over that. That's done. They're here, and I am so excited to use them. But I don't need to just keep piling on because I bought so many last year. I really want to give myself an opportunity to use them and enjoy them. And so in order to do that, I need to not bring in so many so I can use the ones that I already have, okay? Whew. All right, so I did break this down into separate categories as well. So we're gonna start off with neutral cool tone eyeshadow palettes. Now, neutral cool tone palettes seem to have become a thing near the end of 2020. And ColourPop and Natasha Denona and a bunch of people started putting out some cool tone palettes, which was great. I love cool tones. I've always loved them, still do. So it was a great thing. And I did buy some cool tone neutral palettes. And when I say neutral, I mean, like, you know, in the brown family, the gray brown family. So I did pick up the Natasha Denona Glam palette, right? Because, you know, I had missed out on Sultry, so I went on ahead and bought this. This was in my favorites of 2020. Really, really like it. And then I did pick up the Stone Cold Fox palette, which is like the Natasha Denona palette, but times 20. Really, this palette is like all the cool tones, neutrals that you need. I mean, honestly, like, if you have this, I really don't need any more than this. But I got these two in 2020. And then ABH came out and re-released the Sultry palette in a set for holiday. So I did end up picking it up, but I got it on sale. I got a discount on top of a sale at Ulta. So here she is. Oh, there's the brush. She is the one that started the whole cool tone eyeshadow palette binge that I went on in 2020. So finally got her. Haven't used her yet, swatched her, but she's pretty, she's nice. Glad to have her in the collection. And then, of course, you know, with my other palettes and the cool tone eyeshadows that I have in other palettes and singles, like, I have plenty of cool tone neutral shadows, and I don't think that I need to buy any more in 2021. Other eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to try to avoid purchasing this year are monochromatic pink palettes, monochromatic purple palettes, even like monochromatic, maybe mauve palettes, eyeshadow palettes that are heavy on pinks and purples and mauve tones. I'm going to try and stay away from those because, I mean, I have the Juvia's Place, the Berries palette. I have the Juvia's Place, the Hot Pinks palette. And I brought them all out here because not just for you, but for me too. So I can see, okay? I can see. I got the Juvia's Place, the Violets palette. I got the Juvia's Place, the Mauves palette. I do have an eyeshadow tutorial coming up with this one soon. I have the, oh, this is an oldie, the Dose of Colors, the Marvelous Mauves palette. palette. I have the, oh, not this one. This one has one. These are Viseart palettes. This is the Paris Edit palette. And this is a beautiful, it's a peachy mauve, but I feel like, you know, there's mauves in here. I have the It's My Pleasure from ColourPop. That's the purple palette. I have the Ooh La La from ColourPop. That's the pink palette. I have the Violet Ink palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. Purple palette. Oh, I have the Razzle Dazzle palette from Too Faced that I bought sometime last year and still haven't used. That's a berry palette. Ooh, that smells good. I have the Melt Cosmetics She's in Parties palette. Beautiful purple palette. One of my favorites in 2020. The Ace Beauté, the Paradise Fallen palette. I think my favorite purple palette of all time. Very grungy. I have the Ace Beauté, the Blossom Passion palette. Berry pink. Okay. I just picked up the Ace Beauté Scarlet Dust palette. Beautiful, plummy palette with some pinks, some berries in it. Really pretty. Haven't used that one yet. Pat McGrath, the Rose Decadence. Beautiful pink palette. Also from Miss Pat McGrath, I have the, what is this? The La Vie en Rose palette. Beautiful pinky purple palette. You see where I'm going? See where I'm going with this? I got the Pat McGrath Mothership 8 palette. Beautiful, beautiful monochromatic. It's sort of kind of a monochromatic pink palette. And I have the Carnival 3 palette, the Love Tahiti palette. And this is not a monochromatic palette, but it is heavy on pinks and purples right here, this whole section. And then all of the other palettes that I have that have pink and purple shadows, the singles that I have that are pink and purple, like I really have no business buying more pink and purple eyeshadows. Now, there's an exception to this one as well, and that is the Give Me Glow Vivid Rose palette. Give Me Glow came out with a pink purple monochromatic palette at the end of 2020. I didn't pick it up because, you know, they were kind of in the doghouse on probation. They're still on probation, but that palette is absolutely gorgeous. And I know me, and probably at some point when it goes on sale, because we're gonna wait for the sale, I can wait her out, I'm probably gonna pick up that palette. But aside from that, I just don't want to buy any more pink and purple eyeshadow palettes. I don't need them. I don't need them. And then blue monochrome palettes or blue-green eyeshadow palettes. Now, I'm not saying green monochromatic palettes. I know I should because I have quite a few green monochromatic palettes. I have the Tribe palette. I have the ColourPop with the Child palette, which is a beautiful green palette. I have the Ulta Slytherin palette, which you've seen me do a tutorial on my channel. The Child palette, I have a tutorial. I have I said the Tribe palette, I've done a tutorial. So I have a Sydney Grace Danny's Dream green bundle, but I'm just not, and I just picked up from BH Cosmetics from the Sweet Shop collection, the Pistachio palette. Picked that one up on the restock. Ooh, look at that. So I know I should add monochromatic green eyeshadow palettes to this list, but I just don't know if I can hold myself to that, you know. And again, I'm trying to be realistic about what I'm not going to buy, or what I say I'm not going to buy, or try not to buy. And I don't know if I can restrain myself from buying a monochromatic green eyeshadow palette. But a monochromatic blue palette or a heavy blue-green palette, I think I can do. I was doing really well with that. I actually was already like not doing that last year because I have the Face Candy Atlantis palette. Do you remember this palette? I have this palette, a beautiful blue-green palette. And then I got the Ace Beauté, the Oceanic palette, which for me for a really long time was just really all the green blue palette I needed. And there have been quite a few palettes, you know, with blues and greens or heavy on the blue greens, especially in the indie world, indie makeup community. But I felt like this palette was really all I needed. And for the longest, I didn't buy any more blue-green palettes until Beauty Bay came out with their Book of Magic palette. And this was the reason why I waited so long to buy this palette. I had been wanting this palette since it released also, but I didn't because I'm like, I have my Oceanic. I don't need another palette with blues and greens. And it's not, I mean, yeah, it's kind of heavy. It's got some nice amount of purples in it too. Another reason why I don't need no more purple palettes. But it's got these blues, it's got these greens, and I felt like, you know, I don't need them. But as you can see, I went on and bought it anyway. And then also on the restock, because you know I had to get the free shipping when I went to got the pistachio palette from BH Cosmetics. I also got the bubblegum palette from the Sweet Shop collection. And yes, it is a monochromatic blue palette. Look at that. Ooh, that is beautiful. So really, I just, in addition to all of the blue singles and, you know, that I have in my collection already, I just don't feel like I need any more blue or blue-green palettes. So I've been doing pretty good with that, and in 2021 I'm going to continue on that road to try not to bring any more of those types of palettes into my collection. Now, there is a caveat with this category, of course, you know there is, and that is Natasha Denona, and again, Mother Pat McGrath. So Natasha Denona, I feel like if she comes out with a colorful palette, let's say it's purples or pinks. She came out with that Trio Chrome palette that had those pseudo Trio Chromes in them. But it was a pretty bright, well not bright, but it was a colorful palette. It had like a lot of pinks and purples and those types of tones in it. And I feel like for her that was maybe she was testing the waters to see what that reception would be like. And perhaps in 2021 she'll come out with a colorful palette. And if she does, in that vein, in pinks or purples or something like that, even if it's blues, hell, if it's colorful, I may pick it up, because after having tried her formula last year, I really do like it, and so that's a palette that I might go ahead and buy. So that's an exception. And then of course Pat McGrath, whatever she comes out with, if it's purple, if it's pink, if it's blues, if it's greens, whatever it is, I'm not restricting myself from buying it, because more than likely I'm gonna buy it. Okay, so but yeah, so I think I covered a lot of colors when it comes to eyeshadows, but I haven't restricted to myself to where I can't buy any palettes. You know, I can, but these are the colors and the themes of palettes that I'm going to try and avoid and not purchase, because this year I really, and I know a lot of other YouTubers are saying this too, a lot of you are saying that. I've been reading the comments and on my videos and on Instagram and other people's videos, where a lot of people kind of feeling the same way, like you bought a lot of eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadow and makeup and things, whatever it is that's your thing in makeup, you bought a lot of in 2020, and you really want to, I hear people talking about no buys and low buys, and wanting to use the stuff that we already own. And yeah, that's just me too. You know, my only problem being a YouTuber, a beauty YouTuber, is that people want to see the new hotness, and you know, I'm not gonna have all the new hotness. I haven't ever since I started my channel, but you're going to see continued tutorials. I do a lot of eyeshadow tutorials now, and you're going to just see more tutorials with just stuff that, you know, is not necessarily new. They're not going to be new eyeshadow palettes. They're going to be palettes I already have. And I know my channel is going to take a hit for that because, you know, people say they want to see videos, they want to see us YouTubers using old makeup. They're tired of just getting all the new stuff, using it once and moving on to the next. They want to see videos with the older makeup, but then those videos don't get any views, at least not on my channel, because people are looking for the new stuff. But, you know, it's whatever. I need to use my makeup. I want to use my makeup. YouTube be damned. So let me know in the comments below, what items are you looking to pare down and maybe not buy as much of, not go as hard on in 2021? Are there any specific palettes you'd like to see me use more on my channel? Any types of eyeshadow colors, eyeshadow looks that you would want to see here on my channel? Let me know, because I have a lot to play with. I have a lot to dig into that I want to use, that I'm excited about using this year. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to 2021 and praying that it can't get any worse than it already is. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do hauls, swatches, reviews, and tutorials here every Saturday. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.